Okay, everybody, welcome back to class. This hour we are going to be discussing confusing words. I think the two sets I'm working on are. Oh, whoops! I labeled this lie and lay, but it should be only if and if only. Okay, when we use the two different expressions and why we use those. All right, let's see who we have in class. First off, Bruno, how you feeling, man?
I'm better, Chad. Thanks. And you?
Are you feeling a little bit better?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better.
Good, good. How did the conversation go when you had to call in to work and say that you had hit your head getting out of the shower?
I sent them an email, so.
Oh, you sent them an email?
Yeah, they didn't answer me back, so I don't know. I just said I was getting out of shower and I hit my head on the towel bar.
Wow.
I was not feeling today.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I had a boss before that he hated all type of excuses, like everything. He didn't believe anything that anyone had to say. He was just like, no, you just don't want to come into work, and he would fire people like crazy because of it. Yeah. So anyway, I know.
I just don't go when I really can't. So.
Sure.
I know
yeah,
they understand it.
Definitely. Well, welcome back to class. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. How about Carmen?
Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Carmen, where are you from?
I am from Mexico.
Very good. And what do you do?
What?
What do you do?
I'm a student.
You're a student. What are you studying?
Economics.
Economics. Fabulous. All right. Well, welcome to class. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see.
Yes, it's my first time.
Oh, wonderful. And Nikan, I am drinking water.
Really?
Yes, I'm drinking water. It's usually a Diet Coke, but yes, I do not have a Diet Coke today. It's raining, so I haven't been able to go out. All right, let's go to Halwani. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Welcome back to class, Halwani. Good to see you again.
Thank you, teacher.
Awesome. And Liliana, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing really good. So Liliana, this morning I had a new student from Brazil come into class. All right, and her name is Lillian.
Yes.
And I had to look twice at the name. I was like, it's Lillian, right? Okay, it's not anything else. Anyway.
No, if you like to call me Lillian, it doesn't matter to me. Don't worry about it.
All right. How's everything going today?
All's going well, thank you. It's a cold day. It's raining now, so.
Is it?
It's a little boring here.
Yeah, it just started raining here for us as well. I think from what other people told us is that it wouldn't start raining until like June, and it's been raining every afternoon now for the past for the past week. And so I'm like, these people are crazy. They don't know exactly what the weather's like. So yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
They say that tomorrow we will have a sunny day, and tomorrow we'll have rains for sure.
Yeah, totally. All right, well, welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, and let's go to Lorenzo. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And how's it being back in classes? I think you've been back for about a week now, right?
Yeah.
Good. Are you getting back into the swing of things after having some time off?
I don't listen you well.
Okay, let me type it in here. Are you getting back into the swing of things? Okay, that's a phrase. That's a phrase that means, are you comfortable? You're not thinking about your vacation anymore. You're back into work mode. Things like that. That's what that phrase means. Are you getting back into the swing of things?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay. Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, so
Yeah.
comfortable again at work, or are you still thinking of your vacation?
Oh no, I'm comfortable.
Okay, good. All right,
Yeah.
so that would mean that you are back into the swing of things. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's what that phrase means. Awesome. Well, good to see you again, Lorenzo.
Thank you.
All right, how about Nikon? How are you?
Hi, Chet. I'm well. How are you?
Excellent. I'm doing
I,
good.
I went back to work today.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
And how was everything?
Everything is ordinary, nothing special.
Nothing changed. Everything's just the same.
Yes.
Okay. Are you happy or are you sad about going back to work?
I'm not happy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming to class. It's a
Thank
pleasure
you,
to have
Chet.
you here.
Thank you, Chet.
All right. And how about Sabri? Welcome back.
Hi, how
Yeah,
are
that's cool. Look at that.
you? Yeah.
And it's a ninja.
Yes.
Oh, very cool, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you like to ride a lot?
A little. A little.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. And then nice. Is that right out in front of your house?
Yes.
Cool.
My house.
Very nice. Awesome. Well, welcome back to class, Sabri. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. And how about Lucia?
Hola. Hello.
Hola. Hello. How are
My
you?
name is Lucia
Lucia. And Lucia, where are you from?
from Spain.
From Spain. Oh, yes. I should have recognized that when you said Lucia. And what do you do?
Here, listen you.
Okay, so when I ask what do you do, that means what do you do for work or are you a student? But if I ask what are you doing, okay, that means what are you doing right now? So I asked
Okay.
what do you do? Okay, are you a
I'm
student or do you work?
studying.
Okay,
I'm a student.
and what do you study?
Administration.
Administration. Very cool. Very cool. Well, welcome to class. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. Oh, Amparo snuck in.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Great. Good to have you back in class. How was your weekend?
Nice. The usual.
Fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Go to church, went to supermarket, and watch movies.
Very nice. What movie did you watch?
Terrible.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you guys. Looks like I got everybody. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. The link that we're going to be taking a look at, I saw one of the students put it in there before. We're going to take a look at only if and if only first off. Okay. And yes, David, she did say administration. Okay. So go ahead and open up that link. Let me get to. Oops. Oh, I thought I had one open. Now, give me 1 second. I have to open up another window. Oh, come on, computer. You can do it. You can do it. There we go.
Yes, I can't open the link.
All right. Okay, so you can't open it, Liliana?
Let me check. Let me do it again. No, I can't. Okay, no, but
Okay, try
I
it one more
can.
time.
Okay, now it works.
Okay. All right, great. Now, class, when you load the that website, you're going to have to go up to the very top, okay? Because it'll start you off, I don't know why, but it'll start you off kind of in the middle. And that's not the starting point. You need to scroll upwards. Okay? Okay, let's we're going to start over on the right-hand side this hour with Sabri. Okay? And so we're talking about, oh, did I hold on one second. Which one did I start up? Okay, yeah. So I'm on if only. Goodness gracious. Thought I'm going crazy. My other one is lie and lay. Okay. All right. So let's talk about if and unless. Okay. So we're going to talk about the different ways to say some things, and we don't have a whole lot of practices with this with if only and only if, and so we may get into lie and lay. Okay. All right. So. Go ahead and read this.
Okay, me?
Yes.
Yeah. You will have tender turkey.
Yes. So everything that's here in this left-hand box, it says
Yes.
if.
Yes.
Sabri, go ahead and
Yes.
read that, Sabri.
And of course.
Okay. Yeah. An if clause states. Go ahead and read that, please.
Okay. An if clause states of condemnation to activity and specific outcome. The sentence if clause may be placed before or after the main independent clause. You will have a tender turkey. If you cook it slowly, you will have touch turkey. If you overcook it, will arrive at 8. If our train is on time, we will bring some champagne if you fish. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Thank you very much. So here with if, we are looking to achieve a specific outcome. Okay. Now
Yes.
let's talk about unless. And Nikon, let me have you read this this box here, please.
Unless an unless clause states a condition that is an exception to achieving the outcome in the main clause, except if not. You will have a tender turkey. Luciana, could you please? You will have a tender turkey unless you overcook it. You will have a taut turkey unless you cook it slowly. We will arrive at 8 unless our train is late. We will bring some champagne unless you object.
Okay, good. All right. So unless states a condition that is an exception, okay, to achieving that outcome. All right. So here's the difference. Okay, achieving a specific outcome, the condition, okay, that's the exception to achieving that outcome. All right. So you will have a tender turkey unless you overcook it. All right, so it's a almost mixed here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and go down. Okay. If, unless, clause, position. All right, let's go to Lucia. Lucia, let me have you read this paragraph, please, or this box.
Okay. Emphasis placement. The if or unless clause can be placed before the outcome clauses for emphasis. A comma is placed after the if clause. If you wish, we'll bring some champagne. Unless your object will bring some champagne.
Okay. Now this way of speaking is not very common. You may hear it, you may not, but you know, from regular everyday speaking folk or people, you probably won't hear someone speak this way. Okay. The second way is the most common. All right. Let me have Lorenzo. Please read this box here, please.
When the if or unless clause is placed after the main clause, no particular emphasis is intended, and a comma is not used. No comma. We'll bring some champagne if you wish. We'll bring some champagne unless you object.
Good. Yeah. So no comma is needed here. Okay. And this is, like I said before, the most common way of saying these type of phrases. Okay. And if you wish would probably be used more than unless you object. Okay. So if you wish. All right. Very good. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Okay. Let's go to Liliana. And let me. We're going to be talking about tense usage. Okay. Go ahead and read present and past, please.
Okay. When discussing habits or routines, the present or the past tense can be used in conditional statements. See present past conditions. If, when, we often arrive at 8 if our train is on time. We often arrive at 8 if our train was on time. And unless, we often arrive at 8 unless our train is late. We often arrived at 8 unless our train was late.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let's talk about future. And Halawani, please read this box over here on the right-hand side. Future. Halawani, can you hear me okay? Okay, let's go to Carmen. All right, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I
okay.
can hear you.
Good. All right, Carmen, let me have you, just wondering, because we had the rain came through and I got booted for just a second, but that was in last class. So, all right, so go ahead and read about future, Carmen.
Yes. However, when discussing future plans, the present tense is used to refer to the future in the unless clauses or if clauses. If, we will arrive at 8 o'clock if our train is on time. We will arrive at 8 o'clock if our train will be on time. Unless, we'll arrive at 8 o'clock unless our train is late. We'll arrive at 8 o'clock unless our train will be late.
Yeah, so what they're pointing out here is that we do need to use a present, okay? When talking about the future, the only verb that we would use in the future, okay, would be arrive. But after that, if or in this clause here, we would not change the verb to be to will be, okay? We would use present tense, okay? If our train is on time, we will arrive at 8 if our train is on time. Okay, we'll get to Grandma's house by 9 o'clock if there's not an accident. If there's, which means if there is not an accident on the road. Okay, so that's exactly how we would say that. Okay.
May I ask you
yes.
something? Sorry.
Sure.
What is the difference between unless and if?
Okay, so unless and if. Okay, unless if okay states a condition to achieve a specific outcome. Okay, unless states a condition that is an exception to achieving that outcome. Okay, but as we see here, we can sort of use them interchangeably. Did I go too far? I did go too far, didn't I? Yeah, right here. So we will arrive at 8 o'clock if our train is on time. Okay, unless our train is late. So here's the difference. Okay, this is the outcome that we want to have happen. Okay, we want to be on time. That's why we use if. Okay, you see that?
Yes.
On time. We want that to happen. Okay, all right. We don't want this to happen. So unless our train is late. Okay, that's the exception to achieving that outcome.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It's like the opposite of the when you use if.
Yeah. Yeah. So, for example, in what I said, we'll arrive at Grandma's house by 9 o'clock if there is not. Okay, if there is not an accident on the road. Okay, we will arrive at Grandma's house by 9 o'clock unless there is. Okay, I don't say is not. I say unless there is an accident on the road.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So it's going to be opposite of what you actually want. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Great question. Great question. All right. Any other questions at this point, class? Nope.
No.
Everything cool. All right. Let's keep scrolling down. Okay. Connectors for conditions. All right. Let's go to Bruno.
Yes.
Go ahead and read this paragraph or this box on the left-hand side, please.
Okay. Connectors for condition or outcome versus outcome. If or unless. An if clause poses a condition in order to achieve an outcome. If, only if, unless, provided that. One way. Others may exist. If you use a thermometer, you will know when your turkey is done. Only one way. Only if you use a thermometer, will you know when your turkey is done. Not doing it this way. Unless you use a thermometer, you won't know when your turkey is done.
Good. Okay, so only if, okay, excludes out all other options that may exist. Okay, I could say only if you take my classes, you will, okay, or will you learn English. Okay, we know that's not the only way, right? Okay, but that would be exclusionary. We exclude everything else that's out there, and we say only if. Okay, but we know that that's not the case. Okay, but that's an extreme example of how to use only if. Okay, if, okay, one way, but others may exist. All right. Okay, and then not doing it. Okay, so remember we were talking a little bit ago, Liliana and I. Okay, this would be the opposite. Okay, the opposite. Okay, of if. Okay. All right, let's talk about some other expressions. Whoops. And Amparo, let me have you read this next box, please.
Other expressions. In contrast, the outcome of an otherwise or else clause states the likely outcome if you do not do the action in the clause or sentence before it. One way, use a thermometer, otherwise you won't know when your turkey is done. Use a thermometer or else you won't know when your turkey is done. Provided that you use a thermometer, you will have a delicious turkey.
Okay, very good. All right, so of these two ways here, or else is going to be the most popular. Use a thermometer, or else you won't know when your turkey's done. Okay, or else. All right, if you're very proper, you would say otherwise. You won't know what just happened. Give me 1 second. All of a sudden, give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, I see what happened. I accidentally selected independent. Okay. All right. So yes, of these, or else is going to be used most frequently. Okay. And you can say unless. Okay. You can use unless in a sarcastic manner. All right. And that's really how we would say things sarcastically. Like, so you better study unless you don't want I don't know, unless you don't want good grades. Okay. Unless you don't want them. Okay. So we use unless in sarcastic ways as well. All right. And that's kind of to prove a point. Things like that. Okay. And you could say or else as a threat. Okay, so you better study or else. Okay, and that meaning is implied afterwards. Okay, if someone says you better study or else, or you better do the dishes or else. Okay, well, what happens if you don't do the dishes? Your parents would get mad at you. All you would need to say is or else. Okay, and that's sort of a threat. Okay, that's how we would threaten someone. Okay, not like physical harm, but it means that something bad is going to happen to them. Okay, all right, very good. Let's see. Let's go back up to the top. Okay, only if. Sabri, let me have you read this first box.
Okay.
Okay, so read everything that's here over on the left-hand side. Okay, it goes down a little bit. Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. Both an if and an only if clause may be placed at the beginning of a sentence. A comma separates the continuation clause from the outcome clause. If you dry your dishes with a towel, if you use zinc dish soap, if you use it zinc dish soap, only if you dry your dishes with a towel. Only if you use zinc dish soap. Only if you
Okay, good.
You use it zinc dish soap.
Good. All right. Yeah, they did something different here. All right, that's fine. So let's talk about the outcome. Okay, between the two different ones. Okay, Nikon, let me have you read this box here. Now, this is going to be the outcome of what we read over on the left-hand side. Okay, go ahead and read that, please.
Okay. Outcome. Note that the outcome of the only if clause has the auxiliary verb placed before the subject. They will be spotless. You get really clean dishes. You would get really clean dishes. Conditional.
Okay, and then transpose. So let me have you read both these boxes here. So
Yes.
Only if, and then over here, please.
Will they be spotless? Do you get really clean dishes? Would you get really clean dishes?
Okay, let me have you read the complete sentence. So it starts over here on the left-hand side, and then continues to this side. Okay, so only if you dry your dishes with a towel will they be spotless. Okay, so instead of saying they will be spotless, it's will they be spotless.
Okay.
Okay, and only if you use Zing dish soap do you get really clean dishes. Now, this is, you will probably hear more people mess this up than anything. Okay, so saying only if you use Zing dish soap, you get. Okay, they wouldn't put do in there, but they'd switch and put you get instead of adding do. Okay, you may hear people say that, but the proper way is to add do. Okay, do you get really clean dishes? Okay, or would you? Okay, would you get really clean dishes? Okay, in all honesty, this isn't the most popular way to be speaking. You may hear some people say it, you may not. Okay, I really haven't heard that style of speaking in quite some time. Okay, but you might read it. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and go down. Okay, commonly confused. Only if only. Okay, I love the word if only. It's a great little word, or a couple of words. Let's go to Lucia.
Yes.
Okay, please read the left side about only if.
Okay. Only if clause states one condition required to achieve the desired effect. When used at the beginning of the sentence, the auxiliary verb is moved before the subject. One condition. Only if you dry your dishes with a towel will they be spotless. Only if you clean up your room you will find your lost jeans. Your windows will be clean enough to see your face only if you wash them with zinc. I will please my mother-in-law only if my house is clean. I'm happy only if you are. Only if you are, I am happy. She was pleasant only if we told her what she wanted to hear.
Great. Now, adding only if at the very beginning, like I was saying before, is not very popular, but you will hear it this way. Okay, throwing it right in the middle. Your windows will be clean enough to see your face only if you wash them with Zing. Okay, that is a popular way to say it. Okay, I will please my mother-in-law only if my house is clean. Okay, things like that. All right, let's go to Lorenzo.
Yes.
Let me have you read the box on the right-hand side, please. If only.
An if only clause expresses a wish, one that you are doubtful about actually happening. The result clause is optional and is separate. It is more emphatic than I wish. I wish. If only I had more time, I could relax. If only you would clean up your room, you would find your lost jeans. If only I had some Zing window cleaner. If only I could please my mother-in-law. If only you were here. If only he hadn't told his mother everything.
Very good. Now, sometimes if only is used in place of saying I wish. So if someone says, "Hey, is your family going to Hawaii this year for vacation?" A typical response would be, "I wish." Okay, you could say, "If only." All right, but it's said that way. It has that tone in your voice. I wish. Okay, bop bop. So it kind of raises in the intonation. Okay, I wish. If only. Okay, is your family going to Hawaii for vacation this summer? I wish. If only. Okay, sometimes you can interchange those just like that, just by saying those two words. Okay, but yeah, if only I had more time. Okay, if only I could have been there. Okay, I could have, change the scene, or been there to save this, that, or the other. Okay, so if only is used quite often. Okay, in statements of wish. Okay, wishing that you could do something or could have done something. Okay. All right, let's check out even if and whether not. All right, Liliana.
Yes. Okay. And even if clause states a challenging or negative condition, no condition will change the outcome, even if emphasize the speaker's intent to achieve the outcome of or goal without regard for a difficult or negative condition. Outcome, I help you. Challenging condition, even if I don't have much time. I like to walk to work, even if it is raining. Your father loves you, even if your father doesn't say it. He'll get his work done, even if he has to work all night.
Okay, good. All right, even if challenging or negative condition. Okay, thank you. Whether or not. Okay, Halwani, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, very good. Let me have you read this box here on the right-hand side, please. Whether or not.
Whether or not clause states that no condition or its alternative will stop the completion of the outcome in the main clause. That is, if the condition exists or if the condition does not exist, the outcome will or must happen anyway. I will help you whether or not I have much time. I like to work, whether it's raining or not. Your father loves you, whether or not he says it. He will get his work done, whether or not we want to work all night.
Okay, good. All right, so the main difference in the way that I use these, okay, even if kind of puts it's true, it's a negative condition. Okay, I use it when it puts a damper on something, and it's just kind of like in those situations, even if okay, so let me go back here. This is a difficult one to explain, but yeah, it's either when you're upset or whatever. So I like to walk to work even if it's raining. That one's not as much, but your father loves you even if your father doesn't say it. Okay, so it is a negative situation. You may be upset with it. Okay, here you're not all that upset. You're what's called indifferent. Okay, indifference. Give me 1 second. Indifference. Okay, you're indifference. Nothing's going to change what happens, so you're not really upset or happy about it. Okay, you're indifferent about the situation. Okay, and so that's how I if I'm upset, I usually use even if. Okay, if I'm just I'm like lukewarm, I'm not cold, I'm not hot. Okay, I use whatever. Okay, and that's kind of how I judge whether or not I use those different words, whether or not. Okay, all right, very good. Any questions so far, you guys?
With even if sometimes you use a positive statement, like in the second
one.
Yes.
I like to walk. I like to walk to work, even if it's raining. Yeah, you can. Okay. Whether or not it's raining. Yeah, whether or not would sound funny there. It'd be even if it's raining. So it's something that you like to do. Raining would put a damper on the situation. It would make it challenging. Okay, I like to drive to work even if the traffic is heavy or terrible. Yeah, so you can use that. All right. And usually you would make raining sound a little bit worse. I like to walk to work even if it's pouring cats and dogs. Okay, so or raining cats and dogs, or I mean, even if it's a a hailstorm or something a little bit worse. Okay, but this sentence makes sense. You could not. It feels funny if you're saying whether or not. It does feel funny because it's more of so whether it's raining or not. That's okay. Whether or not it's raining or whether it's raining or not, it's okay. Even if sounds better.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Good question. All right. Let's go ahead and scroll down. I think. Okay. Good. All right. Well, it actually took a little bit more time than I thought it would to get through those. So if only. Okay. But you have to say it in a certain way. All right. She'd asked if kind of reiterating what I had said. All right, Lucia, see ya. But yes, you have to say. You can't just say if only. Okay. It's the influx in your voice that really makes a difference. Are you going to go to Hawaii this summer for vacation? I wish. Okay. It's this kind of hope that's in your voice. Okay. Same hope needs to be there with if only. Okay, are you going to go to Hawaii for vacation this summer? If only. Okay, if only we could. It's just it's like I wish we could. Okay, however it is, it's that hope that's in your voice that needs to be there. Okay, very good. All right, so let's go through some of these exercises. Who did I leave off with? I think Halwani was my last reader. Hi, Caroline, how are you? Okay, let's go to Bruno. Let me have you do number 1, please.
Okay. Most drivers will let you change lanes if you signal well in advance. Shouldn't it be like you sign them well in advance? Just one.
Okay. If you signal well in advance, unless you signal, most drivers will let you change lanes.
If.
Yeah, it would be if. Okay, because that's the outcome you're looking for. Okay, if you signal well in advance. Okay, very good. All right. How about number 2? Number 2 is for Amparo.
You shouldn't change first.
Yes. So is it going to be unless or if?
Unless.
Okay, good. You shouldn't change lanes unless you signal first. Excellent. All right. Yeah. So we're okay. All right. Number 3. This is for Savri.
Yes. Hello. Yes.
Yes. Number 3, please.
Okay. Number 3. A driver may change lanes. It is safe to lanes if lanes if.
Okay. So our options are unless or only if.
Only if.
Good. Yes. So only if. Okay. Yeah. So that's the only way. The only time to do so, if it is safe to do so. Okay, the only way.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Number 4 is for Nikan.
Number 4, a driver should stop and check for oncoming traffic before making a right turn on a red light. Otherwise, he will cause an accident.
Good, yes. Otherwise, he will cause an accident. Okay, it would not be unless. Okay, the only time we would put unless here would be unless he wants to cause an accident. That's how we would say unless. Okay, but it's otherwise because it's he will cause an accident. All right.
All right.
Very good. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 is for Lorenzo.
A driver may make a right turn on a red light unless it is a one-way street and the traffic is oncoming.
All right, let's see. A driver may make a right turn on red light unless it is a one-way street. Okay. I think that sounds right. Let's check it. Okay, yeah. Okay, if it is a one-way, yeah. If you had if there, then that would the ending would not make sense. Okay, yeah. Very cool. Very cool, because you would be saying, if you had if here, you'd be saying that this is okay. Okay, to make a right turn onto a one-way street with oncoming traffic. All right, you'd be saying that that's okay if you had the word if there. Okay, that's why we want to say unless. Okay, number 6 is for Livia. How are you?
I am fine.
Great.
A driver can go through a red line unless a police officer signals the driver to go so.
Okay. Here you would say, let's see, a driver can go through a red light. Okay, and the ending is a police officer signals the driver to do so. Now, our answer here would be if.
If.
Okay. Now, if it said a driver can go through a green light, okay, unless a police officer signals him not to do so, okay, that would make sense. Okay, because it would be contrary to what a green light would signify. But here we're talking about red lights, okay, and the only time we could go through a red light is if a police officer tells us to do so. Okay, and it's under that condition that the police officer is telling us to do so. Okay. All right, let's go to number 7. And this is for Liliana.
Okay, a driver may drive 65 per hour, meters per hour, something like that.
Miles per hour.
Miles per hour in a zone that is marked 65 miles per hour, only if it's.
Okay, so we have unless and if.
Okay. Unless.
Good.
Yes.
Yes, it would be unless because of the word unsafe.
It's negative.
Okay, because it would be typical to drive 65 miles an hour in a zone that is marked 65 miles an hour. Okay, but okay, we're saying that they shouldn't be doing that because it is unsafe. Okay, now if we had the word safe here instead of unsafe, our word would be if. Okay, we would say if it is safe to do so. All right, but it is unsafe because it is unless because it is unsafe to do so. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Question number 8. This is for Caroline. Carolina, is your microphone working? Yep, make sure it's Okay, our options here are unless and otherwise.
Did you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes. Our options are unless and otherwise.
Um, must be careful. Yes.
Okay, would our answer be unless or
Okay.
otherwise?
Drivers must be careful. Otherwise,
Okay, good. Yes. Otherwise, accidents will happen.
otherwise. Sure.
Yes. Okay. Drivers must be careful. Otherwise, accidents will happen. Okay. Now, a big hint to whether or not we're going to use otherwise is going to be the semicolon. Okay, you wouldn't have a semicolon in front of unless in most cases. Okay, you could just flow right into it. Okay, so yes, our answer here is going to be otherwise. Okay, how about number 9? This is for Bruno.
Okay. Only if you put your full attention on driving will you lower your chances of having an accident.
Okay, so yes, only if you put your full attention on driving. Okay, the only way to do it. Okay, excellent. Okay, how about number 10? This is for Amparo.
A driver should park in a handicapped space only if the driver has a special permit.
Good. Yes, the only time you can do that is if you have the special permit. Okay, excellent job. Thank you. All right, how about number 11? And this is for Sabri.
Yes. When parking, a driver should park between the market lanes only if he will take up 2 spaces.
Okay. Here it would be otherwise.
Otherwise, I'm sorry.
Okay. Now we could use unless there if we are stating he wants, unless he wants to take up 2 spaces. And that's more of a sarcastic remark. When parking, a driver should park between the marked lines, unless he wants to take up 2 spaces. All right? And so that's a little bit more sarcastic. Here, we would need to use otherwise. Okay, otherwise, he will take up 2 spaces. Okay? All right, and how about number 12? Nikon.
Sure. A driver should look carefully before opening his door on the traffic side of the street, or else oncoming traffic may hit the door.
Good. Or else. Okay, or else oncoming traffic may hit the door. There's that warning. Okay, excellent job. Okay, very good class. That's all we have for right now, and we're a couple of minutes short. Are there any questions that you have for me before we end class? Sure.
When I have to use else.
It's or else.
Or else, sorry, or else.
Okay, or else. Okay, or else is going to be. It's going to give a. It's sort of a warning. Okay, so you want to do this. Okay, unless you want this to happen, or you can say or else. Okay, this will happen. Okay, so when let's see when. If it's raining outside, let's see. When walking out when you're walking outside during the rainy season, okay, you want to take an umbrella with you, or else, okay. So if you do not have an umbrella, okay, you'll get wet. So or else you will get wet.
Okay. Now I got it.
Okay, so that's that consequence of not taking an umbrella. So you're giving advice, okay? That's why I was talking about doing the homework, okay? So you better do your homework, or else mom and dad are going to be upset with you. Okay, so there's that consequence for not doing it, okay? And so it's sort of that warning there.
Okay,
okay? Sure, no problem. All right, you guys, thank you very much for coming to class.
Thank you.
My next class, I think I'm doing reading, from what I remember.
Yes,
Yep.
reading. Advanced reading?
Yeah, advanced reading. We're going on to case number
Case
19.
19.
Yeah, and we'll probably slam through that and get to case 20. I don't know if we have any more than that. So.
Fala.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you guys.
See you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you, Chad. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye, Chad.